As you might guess, I work better with a script. So I'm going to be formal. Good afternoon, honorees, honoree families, alumni, current students and families, and current faculty and staff. That's pretty much the whole spectrum of Phil-Mont this side of glory. So welcome to you all. I'm so excited that I have been asked to speak to you today. I came to Phil-Mont in 1990, and laughably, the principal who hired me told others that that theater guy wouldn't last more than a year. He lasted 4, I'm still here. And in addition, I brought along my wife, 5 children, and currently we have 4 grandchildren here. So we have become dyed-in-the-wool Phil-Montonians. As I was preparing, I found it kind of interesting that I actually served at Phil-Mont with almost every one of our honorable honorees. Only one person that I didn't get to serve with, and I know that those of you who walked forward were feeling the same way as me. That's my team. That's my team. Now what to say? What to say? Got you all in this room, captive audience. I'm not going to bring the lights down. The music will not come up. But I'm not once again going to tell the story of the 3-legged pig like Mr. Sorkness, or threaten to eat brains or larvae like Mr. McQueen. I can't blow things up beautifully like Mr. Bacon, and unlike Mr. Kunkel, I too often get my sophists and my existentialists confused, okay? I have no halftime pep talk or any understanding of oofball like Mr. DeHeer or Mr. Struck. I have no moan-worthy jokes like Miss Gunn, and you know I'm telling the truth. No guided European tours like Mrs. Carradise, but I will borrow some of Mrs. Rocky's zesty words to talk about some Phil-Mont truths. The Lord and all of us know that none of our honorees came and stayed at Phil-Mont for the money, or the fame, or the glory. They came because God called them here, called them to teach young people in the wonderful context of the Reformed faith. This was the modest lifestyle and powerful ministry laid upon them by Jesus. And like so many other Christian servants, you suffer through the hard times because you know what you are doing has huge value both now and for eternity. Forgetting what lies behind and straining forward to what lies ahead, I press on toward the goal for the prize of the upward call of the God in Christ Jesus. Philippians 3:13 and 14. The faculty and staff are the face of Phil-Mont and the reason that students come and stay. Perhaps it looked to us like we came to teach math or history or science, but we stayed to be able to pray through hard times with our students, to answer difficult questions, to enter into dialogues about their growing faith. Yes, alumni, that was what we were doing each day. And along the way, you learned something about the subject matter of the classes. We exulted in your wins on the fields and courts, your triumphs on the stage, or in the bands or choirs, your acceptance into and success at great colleges and universities. Your triumphs brought us great joy, and they still do. We are proud of what God has done in your lives. So the question is, alumni are here. Is there going to be a pitch for money? Sure. Why not? We're not going to hold you hostage. We're not going to release you only when we've passed the plate for the 4th time. But I do think what I'm going to say now fits well with honoring our gathered honorees in one more way. And I want to just take an opportunity to lay a truth that I've come to realize over the years. So just relax, okay? Phil-Mont has many, many, many graduates. And as a teacher of Falcon seniors for 3 decades, I would ask them each year, what's your college major going to be? And they would state with genuine pride, electrical engineering, political science, theology, music, art, physical education. Like many of you, they then honed their craft at great schools and went on to conquer the world as doctors, pastors, lawyers, business people, and on and on. But I ask you, where did you first gain that love of science? Upstairs in room 206 or 209 with Bacon and McQueen. Where'd you learn to love sports and athletics? In the Falcon Dome with Struck. You learned to love art with Mr. Stemler, literature with Mrs. Carradine and Mrs. Rocky and Miss Gunn, theology with Mr. Kunkel and Dr. Ream, math with Mr. B and Mrs. V, music with Mrs. Liegel, history with Mr. Sorkness. Yes, you did fan those flames of career and faith while you were in college. But the torch was lit right here in these 100-year-old walls. Many of us support the colleges for the good work they did, but we forget to go further back to the school where it really started, where the foundation was laid. And may I add, for those of you who currently have children here, think about how your child is daily being stirred and steered in exciting, life-altering directions by our current nurturing faculty. That's why my kids were here and why my grandkids are here. Phil-Mont continues to grow strong in the midst of an increasingly secular society. But the challenges are great. Who better to help our school than those who caught a vision while wearing the blue and white? I served in development here for 6 years and delighted when an alumnus stepped forward to refurbish our tennis courts, because that's what they did when they were here. I delighted to receive funds for folks to replace our windows. Do you remember sitting in classes with gloves on and the breeze blowing through your hair? You know I'm not even using hyperbole. And now those windows are tight and beautiful and serviceable for us. We have had people give money to refurbish the bathrooms, as has been said. One alumni family gave what it takes to give us air conditioning in this building, which is going to make our chapel useful year-round. I challenge you to consider, as you're considering your charitable giving and your tithe to the Lord this year, and in years to come, I challenge you to invest in the ongoing ministry of your grade school alma mater. Allow us to light a fire under the next generation. Commit yourself to a monthly gift. Consider giving an amount to an area that you love. Ask about the EITC program. Even consider putting the school in your will. Dr. Mangum or I will be happy to speak with you about your options and opportunities. More than happy. But I'm being totally serious. We exist only as we can pay the bills, and we can afford to hire quality teachers and so on. So if you can be a part of that, you will literally help this school that helped to form you in the years ahead. The challenges are great today, but God has called yet another group of fine Phil-Mont teachers and staff to lead and inspire. You can help to make it possible for some of them to become legacy faculty here in the decades to come, to be honored for their legacy and their own service. They're ministering to young people who will soon say, I want to study law, medicine, finance, education. I want to serve the Lord with the foundation I've laid down here at Phil-Mont. Thank you.